Now, Paul of Tarsus was, in many ways, a manic demon. He was a guy who, when he was given something to do, if you tell him to do 5 things, he'd do 50. And he was so good at persecuting Jews, he was sent to, by the Jewish authorities, he was sent to Damascus from Jerusalem to persecute converted Jews who had converted to Christianity there. And as the story goes, on the road to Damascus, Paul was struck by a great light that those with him might have seen or might not have seen. A voice came out and said, and it was Jesus, and said basically, Paul, why are you persecuting me? Why are you persecuting my people? Paul was struck blind. He was taken to a person, I believe the name is Aeneas, in Damascus, who healed him so he could see again. And then Paul, about 14 years later, shows up in Jerusalem with the disciples and the apostles and says, Jesus talked to me not once but 3 times, and he told me that I am to go out and I am to fulfill his legacy. And this caused quite a bit of consternation, but here's a guy who obviously was motivated. And so they said, sure, we'll let you go out and be a missionary. You go around the Mediterranean to the northeast, and to Antioch, and to Galatia, and to Philippi, Corinth, and spread the word of Jesus, and make sure you keep those contributions coming back in from these people. And Paul did it. Paul made 3 major pilgrimages, established churches all throughout the Mediterranean. But the difference between Paul and what was going on in Jerusalem was, in Jerusalem it was Jews who had converted to Christianity. For Paul, it wasn't. It was a tough sell, because at first it was, you have to become a Jew. You have to eat kosher. You have to follow the laws of the Torah, and you got to be circumcised. And that was really a deal breaker for Paul. So after a while, he said, the kosher's not that important. All the Jewish laws, really, we can do all things through Christ and forget about all the Jewish stuff, and we're not going to cut the hood off the skin of your adult penis. A win-win. So Paul established all these churches and all these congregations, and the difference was, what was being taught after Jesus died by his followers was that the church was of Christ. It was how a person goes to the Father through their works. And Paul was more about, hey, just believe in the crucifixion and resurrection, and we're good. I simplified it a bit, but he changed the message. There are some people who even today said the world would be a better place if Paul would never have been born. And why was that?